Alright, let's get this shit going. Thanks for joining me. I'm Eric Games&Greenz, smoking weed, playing games. It is 7 in the morning on a Thursday. The 26th of July. Got fucking mosquito bites all over my legs. Anywho, we're gonna play Fallout 4 again this morning. We are part 32. We are doing the main quest and doing some of the main side quests, if that makes sense. But, you know, let's get into it. Let's start smoking. Let's get high so we can play.
Got a chase last night from men with truncheons dressed in
Whoa! It's early. Okay, it looks like I have like an upsweep right here. Whoosh, whoosh. But I mean I don't, just boldness.
Sorry, officer, is there a certain age you're supposed to be? Cause nobody told me. And overall's the riot van, and these lads just wind the coppers up. They ask why they don't catch proper crooks. They get their address and their names took. But they couldn't care less.
Alright. Let's get into it. Stream. Game. Fallout. Load. 2 days, 6 hours. They definitely are, because I have one. Hang on, I need to get a code. There we go. Now we can move again. Woohoo!
I really should study my lines.
Thank you. It's like I can finally think straight.
For sure, bro. We got a hell of a lot of people chilling here, don't we?
Yeah?
Milk of humankind is soon.
Is this Curie?
I wonder if the data I'm collecting will serve any purpose. Have you found someone that can help me become human?
Dr. Amari may be able to help.
Then we must see this doctor. At once. Please.
Alright, let's go do it.
Do you need something, madame?
I'd like to travel together some more.
Then let us get underway.
You two watch yourselves out there.
Oh, monsieur. We do not watch. We observe.
Isn't that the same thing? He's at the drive-in. It's a good place to be. Carrie.
Oh, are we going to see a movie?
No, it's the wrong way.
Despite all of this, it is the duty of us all to further that survival.
Wish I could play a movie on it, you know.
I lost track of how many blisters I got.
The hell are you guys doing
Remember
over
the
there?
last time I had clean fingernails?
Who's that?
Why? Why? Uh-oh, we're stuck. Oh my god. Okay, let's go to Madam... Not Madam. What's her name? Dr. Amari. Good neighbor. Hang on. Adjusting my pillow.
Oh, can we see the old state house? Maybe they have the tourist brochure.
Alright, come on, bitch. Guns, guns, guns. Into the memory den we go.
You're back. The glowing sea. Virgil. What happened?
I found Virgil. He has a way inside the Institute. But I need a code from a Corsair chip.
A Corsair chip? You fought a Corsair? Oh my god. Unfortunately, I can't help you. I've worked on a lot of synths, but never a Corsair. I don't know what that chip does, let alone how to decode it. But there are people who might. I work with a group that, well, they're the only ones I know that even have a chance at cracking Institute security. They're called the Railroad.
That's what I thought.
The Railroad?
They help synths escape the Institute. I don't know who they all are. Usually an agent of theirs just shows up with someone who needs new memories. One of them gave me a code phrase. Said it would help me find them if there was ever an emergency. Follow the Freedom Trail.
That's all you have?
I'm afraid so. The Railroad is understandably paranoid. They're fighting the Institute after all. You'll have to figure it out as you go.
Doctor, my friend here needs your help.
Oh? I'm not a mechanic. What could she possibly want from me?
Greetings, Doctor. I wish to download my data and core programming into a human brain.
You want what? Is she serious?
Curie has a lot of pre-war research data, but she can't continue her work as a robot.
Why not?
There are fundamental limitations in my robotic systems. I have no capacity for the human trait of inspiration.
I've never considered anything like you're proposing. It's an interesting problem. The memories wouldn't be hard. We translate those from the brain to computers and back all the time here. It's how the loungers work. Her personality, though. All the extra pieces of robotic, programmed decision-making. A normal organic brain wouldn't know what to do with them. A synth brain, on the other hand, well, it's already somewhere between the two.
What do you know about synths?
To be clear, it may not work. But some synths have cybernetic enhancements that interface directly with their brains. The Institute must have found an interpreter for raw data. That's my hope, at least.
You're not suggesting I won't kill a synth.
I'm suggesting nothing of the kind. Allow me to explain. I've worked on synths before, giving them memory wipes so they can live a life free of the Institute. But the procedure isn't always successful. If something goes wrong, it can leave them in a brain-dead state. Living, but with no cognition. I know a caretaker for one of these brain-dead synths. If they're willing, we could try transferring your friend's consciousness into her.
I'd like to try.
We just need her caretaker's consent. Give me a day to get in contact with them. They're understandably cautious, but I think they'll hear me out.
I will stay with the doctor. Assuming all goes well, I want to be ready for the procedure.
The railroad can decode that Corsair chip. You just need to find them.
Maybe it's the crazy that I miss. It won't get better than this. I like the way your brain works. I like the way you try to run with the wolf pack when your legs are tied. I like the way you turn me inside and out. I like the way you turn. Fort Paladin Dance. Far Harbor. We got Bobby and C. Admiral. What do we want to do? Let's get this stupid Cabot one done. The fuck is it? What's it called? Special delivery. Inside and out. Miss Nanny, I haven't come across one of those yet. Maybe it's the crazy I like. Maybe it's the bullshit.
Go away.
Up yours.
I told you to go away.
Let me in. Edward Deegan asked me to come here.
Oh, it's you. Good. Come on in.
It's me. Here we go. Alright, this mission's weird. We gotta go like their dad has like alien technology on their head.
Sounds good.
Jack, the new gal is here.
One moment. I just have to... Oh, damn. Clearly, I'll need to adjust the mixture. Hello. Welcome to Cabot House. I'm Jack Cabot.
What is this place?
This is my ancestral home. The Cabots have always lived here, since long before the Great War. If you're asking what we're still doing here, Boston in its current sad state, well, that's a story for another time, perhaps.
Pleased to meet you, Jack.
And I am very pleased to meet you. Edward finds it tiresome. But I always like to know personally everyone who works for me. Please, have a seat. How about a drink? Edward, the good bourbon, eh? Please, have a seat.
It was an accident. Oh my god. I didn't see you there, bud. I can't say your name. Are you stupid? You ever been told 100 times Russia's main in the world? Who is not clear? Will be explained by nuclear missiles. Okay, guys. Is there really even, does there need to be a reason for someone to be almighty and powerful? That's crazy shit. I just don't understand. Like, not all us Americans care that we're, you know, as long as we have our freedom and we can do stuff, we don't give a fuck what goes on. Like, I don't know why people have to get all up in arms about stupid shit. Why the hell would we even need nuclear missiles? We know they're just too devastating to use. You know? Life's too short to do stupid shit like that. I don't get why these fucking billionaires have to go all crazy. You know what? It's tiny cocks is what it is. When it comes down to it, it's these rich billionaires trying to show what big cocks they have by what weapons and how many people they can fucking kill.
Did you nod off, or what?
Should have to be castrated if you want to be a president or a ruler. So there's no testosterone ripping through you.
There.
No.
Lead on.
Jack, the new gal is here.
One moment.
You'll be right with her.
Damn. Clearly, I'm just a mixture. Hello, hello. Welcome to Cabot House. I'm Jack Cabot.
Also, the big problem is if one nuke starts flying, you know they're all gonna fly, dude. And then the world's over, you know? It's gonna be contaminated, everything's gonna be fucked. So, there's no winner in that ending. That's what I don't understand. There's just no winning.
Go ahead.
I mean, look we're playing a game where there's
Pleased to meet you, Jack.
there's just no winning, you know? It just turns to hell. That's all it would be. It was turned to
I
hell.
always like to know
Land wouldn't be
personally
fertile
everyone who works
anymore. There wouldn't be
Please, have a
anything
seat.
left.
How about a drink?
Water would be
Edward,
fucked.
the good bourbon, eh?
What's the point?
Please, have a seat.
But it doesn't matter what I say, these guys are gonna keep going. I don't want to
Get
sit.
down to business. I have a question I like to ask all my new employees.
Is this really the time
Don't
for...
interrupt, Edward. The question is this. Do you believe there is other intelligent life in the universe?
I don't know, you tell me.
The universe is a big place. Anything could be out there.
Wonderful. Most people's minds are too narrow to admit the possibilities
Where
of
is
an infinite
life?
universe.
All
But
around,
I'm not
man.
talking about flying saucers and
Everywhere.
glittering men. I'm talking about the hidden history
here.
of our planet. The very
Right there.
origins of human civilization. Ancient powers that modern science, even at its pinnacle, could barely begin to comprehend.
Life's everywhere. And, you know, for the most part, there are, like, bad cities and stuff in America that make it look really shitty. But for the most part, dude, it's pretty calm, and there's very expansive areas of nobody, and like I don't know, it's just the picture painted of America isn't the same as being an American. I'll tell you that. Most of us are really good people, and we all just want to help one another for the most part, and just live our lives and just do good things. Thank you. You know, if people just were, you know, and it's sad to say, just nice. And you know, everybody wants someone to be nice to them. It doesn't matter who the fuck you are. Even if you're an asshole, you still want someone to be nice to you. Not that that matters. I don't know where I was going with that. I wish I could say your name, man. Let me see if I can translate. Kirill? Is that right? Kirill Kabanov? Stalingrad, Russia. I am in Colorado. Northern Colorado. It's kind of a really small town. You know, I don't want to say exactly where because I'm streaming, but we'll say it's somewhere around Fort Collins, Colorado. Kirill? How do you say that? Cyril? Is it Cyril? Or is it Kirill? I could be way off. Yeah, you know, Colorado. I grew up in Minnesota. I was born in Minnesota. No, you know, up by the cities, pretty much. I think I was born in St. Paul, somewhere close to it. So yeah, I'm American. But we're like I said, for the most part, we're great. You know, we all just want to chill. We want to get high. We want to watch movies. We want to eat some good food. That's all we want to do. We don't want to have to fight. We don't have to do stupid shit. There's no reason for that. Oh, we need to pack it. That's cached.
That's really interesting.
I'm glad to hear you say that. It's become my life's work. My approach is to combine a rigorous scientific method while keeping an absolutely open mind. So much has been closed off to us simply because people assumed they already knew the answers. My father excavated a city in the Rub al-Khali in Arabia, which dated to more than 4,000 years before the rise of
do have no doubt that Russia or China, if they really wanted to, could just come here and kill everybody and take over America.
Clearly not constructed for or by humans.
But it would be
I've spent
really
my life
hard
trying to decipher what he uncovered.
Jack, can I tell her what I need her to do?
Without using nukes,
I just get carried away sometimes. You're sending her to look for the missing shipment.
Yeah.
Well then, I better leave you to
No, no one
we'll
wants
talk
war
more about
with
this
anybody,
some other
man.
time, when things are less rushed. It is
War isn't good.
now. Welcome to the family.
Okay. You're officially hired.
And you gotta remember,
Congratulations.
the only reason people want war is because war makes tons and tons and tons of money. And that's what it's about. It's not about anything else. It's about occupying something and taking, and just money. It's so sad, and it comes down to fucking money. You know? And your boy Putin has got more money than God, but it all comes down to money. You know what I mean? I mean, we have the same situation here where there's a lot of billionaires, and there's a lot of us being real, you know...
Yeah. Take your time.
pushed really far down in society because we can't reach that billionaire status. You know, we're stuck down in that lower tier, and we'll always be. And it sucks because there's what, like, I don't know, 5 billion people in the world or something like that? Isn't it like that? So if you say
Did you nod off,
that
or
somebody
what?
like Trump or Putin, who've got, what, how many billions? Tons and tons of billions, right? Probably almost to the trillions, or even Bill Gates. If they gave everybody $1 million, I mean, it would fuck up the world, obviously, the economy would be crazy. But if they gave everybody $1 million, it wouldn't even affect their ass. You know, how sad is that shit? Oh yeah, I mean, there's 14,500 nukes in the world, and Russia's got a main supply of those. I mean, I'd hate to say it, but you guys are kind of crazy, man. You guys are crazy. Why does everything have to be so fucking confrontational? I don't get it. And I could just be getting what I see of Russia. You know what I mean? Like, I see media versions and video of, like, you know, angry Russians attacking people out of cars and stuff. You know, those kind of videos where you see, like, Russian crash compilations and things like that. I don't know, it just seems very chaotic. And, I don't think war with anybody is going to make it better for anybody, especially over in Russia.
Take your time.
I mean, yeah, you could easily destroy the United States with nuclear weapons all day long. You know what I mean? Just bombard the United States with your nuclear weapons. But you know what that does? Is that makes the United States uninhabitable for them for a long time, right? Like, and the land will be shitty, and there'll be just destroyed shit everywhere. I don't think that would be wise for anybody to do, because in the end of war, you know, what's your goal of war is to take, you know? So you're trying to take, you know, if Russia tried to war with us, it would be to take our land, right? To take us over. But I feel without nuclear weapons, if you took the nuclears out of the game, which you can't, because, you know what, in the end, who's ever losing is going to use them, and that's just the sad truth. But if you took the nuclear shit out of the equation, it would be pretty hard to take America from them trying to push their way in, you know? They'd have to do such a full-on assault. But, you know, they would use the nuclear to definitely devastate our big places.
Tick-tock.
Kenshi! How's it going, bro? We're talking war. Yeah, there really isn't, you know, I'm sure there is. I just can't imagine why anybody would be so angry at another country like that. Like, I mean, it's all because of money in the end, you know, tariffs and things like that. That's what it has to be. And fertile ground is really one of the biggest things. But isn't Russia kind of thawing, you know, because of the global warming that's going on, you know, climate change? Isn't Russia thawing really fast? Doesn't that make a lot of super fertile ground because it hasn't been used yet? I don't know, I just don't get it. There's no reason. We should be friends, you know, every country should be fine with each other, you know? And you get Middle East, and you have people fighting over religions and shit. I mean, come on, man. They're fighting over something that there's no proof in, and that's crazy shit. And then, you know, fighting over money is just as fucking crazy, because money is only valuable because we say it's fucking valuable, you know? We say that the dollar bill is worth something because we fucking as humans think it is. Just like in this game where they consider bottle caps to be currency. That could be our fucking currency in the end. You know, like, it's all so fucking stupid, and it's so not worth it, because we only have, what, 80 years to live as each person in this world? And why can't we all just get that 80 years? It doesn't make any sense, you know? I mean, at least try to get your 80 years. If you get sick or something, or, you know, car accident, God forbid.
Yeah. Take your
time. Not that I believe much of God, but, you know what I mean? Like, fuck. There's so much shit that can kill you than just some crazy people that want to kill you. Oh shit, the people are talking. The last biggest thing Russia to do.
Did you nod off, or what?
Oh, they do. Russians want to be friends. That's interesting, because I thought they were really... Like, I don't understand why people would hate us. I mean, you can hate our ruler all day long, but that isn't us. You know what I mean? Like, that dude isn't us. You know what I mean? Like, and all those dudes, I don't know. When it comes to politics, it really fucking pisses me off, because you have these guys, right, that are all set in there. They're all old, archaic, jerky fucking pricks that were like Ivy League assholes, right? So it's like this weird upscale board of people that run the country. And it's really fucked up, because you know what I mean? You have to go to Harvard, you have to do all this time, and you literally have to be an upscale citizen to be able to have those positions. And you can tell me that you can't, because I don't see anybody from the dirt going up and being anything, you know what I mean? You have people that were in private schools growing up their whole life and stuff, you know what I mean? Like, you can think an Obama was some street guy. Fuck no, that dude was like super rich, and his family was fine. They went to private schools and lived in Hawaii and shit like that. Like, I don't know, it just really fucking bothers me that a normal Joe like me isn't in there. And that's the way it should be, dude. It should just be like fucking people around town that want to be the spokesmen for everybody in Congress and all that kind of shit. Not these fucking dudes in their suits driving away in their fucking Mercedes and stuff, you know? Like, I don't get it. Oh, I'm missing a bunch of shit. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just rambling. Is to be on this planet is to further the Lord's kingdom. Because I don't accept it, yeah. I'm on the right path to waking up. But if the US wants war, Russia will answer in our side. China and India, 90% of the world's population. Alright, you really want India to start fighting for you? Alright, they can't even figure out how to shit correctly, okay? They still shit in the streets. India's not gonna do shit for you, dude. I'd have to say India and China, you know, I hate to generalize, but they're like the big reason the planet sucks ass. If you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, those places are so disgusting, and they pollute so fucking much, and they just don't care, and they just keep having kids like it's like rabbits, dude. There's thousands of them every day just popping up, and there's not enough room for them there. There's not enough food for them there, and there's too much fucking pollution. They don't care about the rivers. They don't care about anything.
Did you nod off?
And that's China and India when I see. And it's like, oh my god, how can they not care at all, dude? I mean, they have dogs running around that turn blue from the chemicals that are, like, in water, dude. Like, that's some savage shit. Like, dude, this is 2018. Who the fuck is sitting in their own feces and turning dogs blue in the streets? Like, you know, that's a laughable ally. I'm gonna say that's very laughable. He said, she said. What makes me skeptical? Everything, just what I see makes me skeptical, you know? Like, there's... I guess it depends on what you're talking about.
Tick-tock.
Oh, like, what makes me skeptical of the idea of God? Well, and that's... You're talking the bully part is that group of people that I'm talking about, you know, that group of people that has been running this country since the 50s or even before that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's been this set of group of people that have gone to Harvard and all this stuff, and they've been planted with these ideas of what they're supposed to be like and how they're supposed to push their ways on people and stuff. You know, and I'm okay with being a country
or what?
That does come in to defend stuff that sucks. Okay, you know, North Korea is a shithole, and that guy is taking all of the money for himself and letting people starve to death, alright? And as a country, as a human being, it's really hard to sit back and watch something like that, you know? And I can see why we'd want to intervene with North Korea, because if you go a few hundred miles south and you go to South Korea, they're all living free, and there's buildings, skyscrapers, and it's lit up, and it's beautiful, and it's fun, and it's awesome. And these poor people on the other side, you know, are starving fucking to death because this fucking hermit is taking everything from them and not allowing them to have anything. Like, that kind of shit needs to stop, because it is 2018 and there's no reason for that shit, you know? There shouldn't be a ruling dictator that chooses what the fuck their whole millions of people do without them having a choice. So I do believe that we should, somebody should, Russia should, you know? Russia's an asshole for not doing it. China's an asshole for not doing it. You know what I mean? They're letting millions of people die constantly for no reason. The UNs shouldn't be in control of anything but a goddamn toilet. Well, yeah, you can... India. You know, US might be no longer at one point, but I don't think India is going to be the one taking it over. Maybe just with their millions of children. An assassin, right? North Korea does need a revolution. Yep, the richest and most powerful, and they run our country, and that doesn't represent people like me, dude. I am not a power-hungry, rich asshole who's trying to take over everything, you know? That is your leader, Putin. That is our leaders. You know what I mean? Those are those crazy people, okay? And I feel like the Russian people in general wouldn't want to get in a fight with America, because it is going to be a nuclear cross battle, right? What in the end, it's going to be nothing, and that's going to fuck the whole world over this tiny dick fight, and it's really fucked, dude. It's really fucked. But yeah, I agree, North Korea, dude. I mean, send in an assassin and kill that whole family. Just wipe them out, dude. In the night. It's just weird, man. The world doesn't need to suck this bad. And it's people like Trump. I mean, I don't mind Trump that much. To me, he's the lesser of two evils versus Hillary. That girl is... You could see the devil in her. You know what I mean? Like, I don't believe in the devil or anything, but like, if you were to believe... To me, she looks like a fucking demon, and she acts like a demon. Like, she doesn't give a fuck about anything but her goddamn self, and that's scary as hell, dude. Scary as hell. I mean, so does Trump, but he also is trying to do things for other people. Slightly. You know, slightly.
The Ram Summer Clearance event is here. See why the all-new 2019 Ram 1500 has a reputation for luxury, with the largest available touchscreen in its class.
I mean, I believe in some sort of government, because, you know, you can't just let people go crazy, because there are crazies out there, right? And crazies ruin everything, you know? You always have the extreme of everything, you know? You always have the extremes, and they ruin everything. No, the US isn't ready to die. No one's ready to die, man. And I'm sure your leader knows better than to do that, because too many people would die, and you would destroy anything that was worth value by doing shit like that. You know what I mean? Not to mention, that would literally put the world at war. You know what I mean? That's not just a couple countries fighting anymore. I mean, I guess it would be World War III, where every country has to get involved and fight. And, you know, and that would only come down to nuclear war, because no one's going to lose. I just have a hard time. I have a hard time believing in the gods. You know what I mean? Especially when you have people like North Korea, and people like our runners, and people like the Russian runners, you know, like leaders, I should say, not runners, you know, threatening nuclear war and having people die underneath them like that and stuff. There's just no way. If there is somebody up there who is, you know, picking and choosing what people do, and that's what people believe that these gods are doing, is they're choosing what's happening, and they're running the way things run. If that's the fucking case, dude, then we're super in trouble, because that thing is super fucked up in the head, and he's doing really fucked up shit. You know what I mean? Like, picking and choosing who dies, and doing mass murders and nuclear weapons and things like that. If there is a god out there, and he allowed that shit to be created, that's really fucked up. So that's the kind of shit that really makes me not believe in anything whatsoever. You know? It's sad. I mean, because it's nice to hold on to something, but in the end, I'm kind of glad that I don't waste my life, you know, going to church and trying to pray to something that isn't there to listen to me. You know what I mean? Like, in the end, you don't pray to get what you want. You do what you do to get what you want, or you do what you need to do, you know? Oh, man. Let's give us, man, why Mexicans the boot. There were a hole in America's pocket. It's true, and it's not. Like, I mean, there is a lot of jobs that the Mexicans do that we as Americans don't want to do. You know what I mean? And that's a double-edged sword, because, you know, it can hurt us, and it's just, that's a tough one. I mean, I really don't like the ones that, the gangbanging ones that come into California and stuff, and they get deported multiple times after doing crimes in the United States. They just get deported and they come right back. Like, to me, that doesn't seem right. You know what I mean? But I don't think we should. I don't know. We need another Australian island that we can throw all of them on. Then let's negotiate with Russia, otherwise Russia will destroy you. I'm pretty sure people are talking, you know, nobody wants to end their lives over silly disputes. And like I said, the only reason Russia would want to take over America would be for our more fertile land, you know? So they have to take Canada, they have to take us. And that's all because of fertile land, and in the end that would be because he doesn't have any, and he knows he can't sustain feeding you, and he's ruined what land he's had. So truly, what the Russian people should be doing is you guys should be mad at your fucking ruler Putin, and I can't believe that you guys let him in for another 7 years or whatever the fuck is going. Like, dude's a crazy son of a bitch, and he's a mad ruler. You know what I mean? He's a dictator, and I guess it probably didn't matter what you guys said. He was gonna be ruler anyway for another how long he sets himself to be ruler for. But that dude's a madman. He's straight mad, dude. And you can't tell me that's not true. Dude's crazy. He might be smart, he might be methodical, he might, you know, make tons and tons of money or whatever, but dude's fucking crazy, you know? And selfish, as selfish can be, dude. Selfish as fucking selfish can be. And the ego. Like Trump has a huge ego, but dude, Putin has a fucking ego. Like, his head wouldn't be able to fit in my living room. I'm telling you, man. To let yourself stay in office for that many years, dude, you know that dude thinks he's just the most powerful, best piece of shit on the fucking planet. And that should drive you guys crazy. I don't know why it doesn't, but oh my gosh, I'm missing so much. I'm born on Earth to choose. I mean, I feel a soul. I don't know. I don't know if I have a soul. I feel like I have a conscience. Like I'm a being as I'm alive. But as soon as you die, dude, I'm 99.9% sure it's just bam. It's just like before you were born. You know what I mean? It's nothing. You don't know that it's nothing. You don't know that it's anything because it's nothing. You cease to exist. I don't feel like your soul flies up into some magical place where all your dreams come true. And you know what they say about that is if you ask someone up in heaven, I don't know, something, I can't remember what the question is, but they'll tell you that there's just a lack of chairs. And that makes tons of sense, because if you're in a place that fulfills all of your desires at any moment, there would be nothing left for you to do but just sit there, because you've already been fulfilled with everything you've ever wanted to do. Because we don't work that way, you know. We as humans have a part of our brain that pushes us forward to find new things, to discover, to learn, to do all that. So like they say, you know, the only thing in heaven is just a lack of chairs. And that to me sounds really shitty. Oh my gosh, I'm missing so much. I'm sorry, guys. I get stuck. Oh, I'm missing it. Okay, we're almost to the aircraft one. I'm sorry. I mean, I've done some evil things, but I've also done way more good than I've done bad. You know? And that's just personally. I want to be on the other side of that. I'd rather do more good than bad. I mean, in case there was a heaven, I guess I'd rather go to heaven than hell, but it feels better to do good things than bad things in my head. Yeah, I feel you there, man. I feel you there. Our aircraft carriers and fleet are being destroyed in minutes by the blow of Russia. Well, you know, like, it's really not the war we play anymore. I mean, yeah, we put positions out there, but it's all like a proximity war nowadays, you know? I mean, it should be. Right outside. Putin was smart. Yeah, but the only way Russia would be able to destroy our troops in 1 minute is with nuclear weapons. And you have to see that that's not fighting. That's not fair. That's just... That's taking the turn. I know we did it as a... you know, Americans did it to the Japanese. But I don't think we realized what we did. I mean, I think the crazy people up there did realize, but like as a people, I don't think we realized how devastating we actually did by nuking Japan like that. I forgot where I was going. Oh yeah, okay. So if it came down to fighting war on U.S. soil, where it was with tanks and guns, I think, like I said, Russia would have a hell of a time taking over the United States, especially when it came down to the mountain ranges and everything like that. Like, we're not just gonna give that shit away, dude. Like, we'll shoot anybody that even speaks close to Russia. You know what I mean? Like, shit will go crazy like it did back in the day, and we just don't need that shit. Just don't need it. But I just don't understand, like, do you feel like we're on a brink of war? Because I just don't feel like that. Is that what it's like over there right now? Are they telling you that it's going to be fucking nuclear war with the Americans? Because that's not the attitude over here. We aren't up in arms to go against Russia by any means, or China, or anything like that. I mean, maybe somebody up there in the Pentagon or whatever is, but the American people aren't against Russia by any means. We have nothing. We don't know anything. We don't care, you know? It's crazy, dude. Shit's crazy. And right from the start, most govs are evil. Well, obviously, you know, those people are crazy. Living dead. Oh my gosh, I keep scrolling way too far. You are alive, but your soul is dead. Well, when you sleep is a whole different thing, because your brain, you know, there's still blood flowing, there's still neurons and stuff or whatever, there's still electricity flowing. When that stops, you as you cease to be, you know, like there's these thoughts, these words that I'm speaking, you know, when I die, that's gone. There's nothing left. There's none of me left. There isn't I mean, I believe there isn't a tiny floating ball that just goes somewhere, you know, you just, I feel like holding on to a belief like that is going to slow you down in your life, if that makes any sense whatsoever. I just feel like all these people wasting all their time believing so hard in something that has zero proof of being there. You know what I mean? Like, it would be different if there was, like, maybe some 5% proof of there being a god of some sort, but with zero proof whatsoever, it's really hard for me to believe in anything like that, when science is proving more than these old books that somebody wrote are. You know what I'm saying? Like, these old books that, to me, every religion's books are stories told in really crazy form. You know, just like stories and folktales that they used to tell back in the day. Like, we have our stories. Like, you know, like, imagine interpreting somebody's writing of Fallout 3,000 years from, not even more than that. I don't have any dates. What is it? Tons of time. You know, from now, you would assume, like, if there wasn't a religion in this, or, you know, some sort of thing to believe in, that they would believe in it because it was written so long ago, and it was, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. To me, it's just a bunch of bullshit. God forbid you get a blow to Russia. Live with no spared consequences. Well, see, that's what's wrong. Is why is there an ultimate judge in the end? And isn't one of the things that Jesus does is not judge? You know, thou shalt not judge. So who is he to judge somebody to come into heaven? You know what I'm saying? Like, right there is one of the biggest fatal flaws in that thing, you know? Especially when it comes to judging, you know? My mom's family is very Christian, or one of those two, Catholic or Christian, I don't know, one of those two, whichever one is not supposed to judge. And I'll tell you what, that family is the most judging family in the fucking world. And if that's a sin, then they're all going to hell immediately. And that means Jesus should go to hell because he's judging. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much wrong with that. There's so much wrong with that. Man, I wish we could talk one-on-one. I grew up very religious. My grandparents were like abusive religious. Like really, really bad. My grandpa was a piece of shit. Like a total piece of shit. And I don't care. Dude was a douchebag. Fucking hate him. Didn't like him the minute I met him from as a little kid. Didn't like him to the minute he died. And I can say that all day long because I don't have any regret. The dude was an asshole to me, right? Dude was a dick. I didn't like him. You know what I mean? And before he was a super god guy, he was a drunk asshole who lost all of his money. So what happened after he lost everything is he went to Jesus to try to get into heaven after he was a douchebag. And to me, that's fucking wrong. And that's absolutely everything that's wrong with it. You know? I don't know where I was getting at with that. So, you know, I've had the explanation of how it's, you know, this thing, but it's really hard for me, especially after having those experiences with religion, to be anywhere, and that's probably my views on religion come from things like that, because it was really fucked up, you know, like it would be, they would drag us to church all the time, and if you made a peep, or if you laughed at all in church, you would get, like, beat. You know what I mean? And it was really fucked up. I remember one time, we were at our cabin, and we were sitting down for dinner, and they were saying grace, or whatever, you know, where you fucking pray over your food for some reason. And my brother is an asshole, he's my older brother, and I'm a young kid, and he's making me laugh. And my grandpa flips, dude. He fucking flips because I'm laughing during prayers. He fucking flips. He drags my ass to the bathroom and throws me into the bathroom and locks the fucking door and is like screaming at me from outside the door because I laughed during prayers, dude. Oh God, I hope that guy is burning in hell. Oh, I hope there is a hell so he's burning in it. Oh. The blow of retribution implies a blow to Canada and Mexico so that you cannot escape. We Russians really like Americans. We think we are one people. We're the same. It's just on who's ruling us that changes, and our language really is the only difference. Remake? Who's trying to remake you, man? I feel like you must be getting, you know, like, you're seeing Russia through some sort of goggles. I mean, seeing America through some sort of Russian goggles that they're making you see America as. If you were to come to America and visit, you would be pleasantly surprised on how for the most part, it's amazing. You know, obviously you don't want to go to Detroit. You want to go to some parts of Chicago. You know, you don't want to go to Louisiana. Not to be racist or anything, but those places are hardcore, and I've been to them all. And, yeah, they're a little bit scary, but that doesn't represent America whatsoever, dude. America's beautiful, and it's expansive, and there's so much land with nobody on it that I feel like people that are stuck in cities don't see this. They don't know that, that for the most part we're just farmers, and just living our lives without any, you know, we don't care about Russia. We don't need to fight with Russia. We don't have anything against Russia. What you're hearing, what you're dealing with when it comes to America is those hierarchy. I can't say that word. Hierarchy. I can't say it. Anyway, those rich fucks that run our country. And those are the people that are making you believe that everybody is, you know, I guess I don't know. I guess I just don't understand, because like I said, here in America, we're not sitting there going, oh, well, let's get Russia. Let's go to war with Russia. We just don't like those guys. Fuck them, you know. That's not happening, you know. That's not happening. We've got all our own problems here in America to deal with. We've got tons of poverty. We've got tons of homeless. We've got tons of violence. We got, you know, murderers, killers, all that kind of shit. We have our own shit to deal with. We could fucking care less about Russia. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if you're here anymore, because it doesn't look like that many people are here anymore. The tram. I don't feel like Trump wants to, you know, he doesn't want to ruin the world. Like, why would he want to do that, you know? Trump and Putin, to me, are very, very similar dudes. They're very, very rich, successful men, and now I mean, Putin's been in power for, God, you know, since I was a kid. And, you know, obviously we have rules, which makes sense, though we can't have a ruler for 20 years. But, you know, they're just rich assholes, and in the end, I feel like they don't want to ruin any country, you know? Anyway, now that we're done chit-chatting, it's fizzled out. Our conversation has fizzled out.
What was all that about?
Don't worry about it for now. That's part of the job, by the way. It's best to keep an open mind. Jack may be eccentric, but he's definitely not crazy. The job I got for you is simple. Jack owns a facility north of the city. There's an important package that went missing between there and here. I need you to track it down and bring it back to me. Any questions?
Jeep Wrangler? Or jeans? Wrangler jeans? Because they're two different things. Because there are two different Wranglers. But you know, nowadays, you know, we're so connected more than we've ever been in our whole lives, unless our government stop us from being like, you know, how the government of China kind of limits the internet access to other countries. But in general, like, you know, we're very similar, especially because we can now get the same goods, because we can get the goods from any country we want. You know, you can just order something from China or Japan or Russia, or, you know what I mean? If you know, we're so connected like that, you know? And that's what makes it so silly that we'd even fight over shit, because it comes down to resources and money. That's what it comes down to. That's why anyone would ever have war. And like I said, if your government is spitting like America wants to take you over and wants war, then your government is using propaganda to get you angry at America for no reason whatsoever, because we don't. We want nothing that has to do with Russia, dude. You guys can have your cold tundra. If anything, it's Russia that wants to get out of the cold tundra that they live in, with all that useless land that's all frozen. They want to take over something else with fertile land, and that would be the only reason why you'd be hearing, you know, the propaganda saying that we are evil and that we want to take you over, or we want to kill Russians or anything like that. Like, if you're hearing that, that is the reason why. Is because your ruler wants to go somewhere else, you know? I would just take what they say on the news and stuff over there with a grain of salt like we do over here. Because anything they can tell you could be a lie, and they could be making it up, especially nowadays, you know? I guess we're closer than ever like this, but we are divided, you know, so we can't see unless we're allowed to see, you know, which is really fucked up because the media has a huge deal with that. The media is showing us what they want us to believe, and that sucks because the truth is different than what somebody wants you to believe. You're looking at what Americans want to do right here. Most of us want to smoke some weed or drink some alcohol. We want to play video games and we want to watch movies and eat some food. We aren't just gun-ho for war. Not even our soldiers really want to be in war. They're doing it because they get paid and it's money for their families and stuff. Like, our soldiers aren't in there to kill people that they make it seem like we're just bloodthirsty Americans. Like, we're not at all. Like, it's a job, you know. We're getting paid as military people. We're being paid. I'm not a military, I'm just saying as a general we, the royal we, if that's the way you say it. You know, we do it as a job. We get paid to do it, so we just do our job. We go over to war countries and we fight war, but all we want to do is come back home to our families and our homes, and we want to smoke weed and eat some food. You know what I mean? Like, we don't want to be fucking war people. But if we don't have a big army, you know, people like Putin and stuff and Kim Jong-un, not that they're the same, I'm just saying, like, you know, people with bigger armies will always want to take over that. So you can't limit what our army looks like and stuff, you know? And I guess, you know, as citizens of Russia, I guess I would be kind of pissed off that the only thing that they do in advancements for you guys is military advancements. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be really pissed off that that's the only thing that they advance for you is their military things. Because that's not the way, that's not the future. That's not going to get you guys anywhere, just getting better tanks, better missiles, better nuclear things. That's not going to do anything. Better technologies for water filtering, better technologies for farming. Things like that is what we need to put our ideas in, for a sustainable energy. You know what I mean? Not goddamn war machines. And Russia is really hell-bent on making the best war machines. And that's crazy, guys, because that's your money that he's taking and he's building that shit for. You know, mass murder for no fucking reason, dude. It's a joke. They do it for our money too, you know, they take it and build military. It sucks. Sativa! How's it going, bro? We were just chilling here talking about Russia and America. War.
Only about
How are you this morning,
You
man?
should start at Parsons State Insane Asylum. Don't let the name spook you. It's just a secure building that we're using. Wait, chicken, you all set then?
Yep. I'll see you soon with the package.
Good luck. Don't get killed on your first job.
Let's do this. The alien garden. That's awesome though. Sometimes I do the same thing. You just like start watching it. Like I'll watch it for quality reasons. Like I'll make sure that my volumes are correct, my music isn't too loud or whatever, my mic and stuff, and see if my bit rate is okay. And I'll just get stuck there watching my own stream, like some crazy person. Watching myself. It's pretty funny. You're not the only one. You're not the only one. Map. Gotta go to the insane asylum. Insane asylum. Oh, I was in it. Was it the one? Was it the one where you're showing off that cool piece that goes on your bong? And then there was another one I was in where you were just chilling, smoking a bowl. I think, right? I don't know. My memory sucks.
This place is off limits. You'd best move along.
Edward Deegan sent me. I'm looking for a missing package.
Oh, you're the new girl. So this package, pretty sure we know where it is. The guys that shot Ben are holed up in the Parsons Creamery, just north of here.
That's all I needed to know.
Well then, I guess we're done.
Damn right,
hey,
bitch.
Be careful. It's weird that they're still hanging around so close. Normal raiders would have grabbed the loot and bugged out by now.
Oh, nice.
It's like they're scouting the place or something.
I thought it was only 2. See?
I'll be glad when you clear them out.
Sucks. I forget so easily. But it's, you know, like, between my own streams and Mass's streams and your stream, like, I'm in streams all the time, jumping in and out. It's weird that that's become kind of the future of watching things, jumping in and out of streams. You know? But in the end, I think it's kind of cool because, you know, it's more personable this way, you know? I get to know you, you get to know me, and we kind of know each other, even though we're so far apart. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that, you know, the future's pretty cool. We've already cleared this place out, so this shouldn't be too hard. Alright, we run faster. And... give me your number. Oops, wrong button. C. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, it's really hard to... Oh. Still doesn't see me. That's awesome. Mysterious serum. Take. I've already checked this area. There's fucking nothing. Back to the Cabot house. Alone in the dark, Silent Hill type of shit. Yeah, with the eerie, you know, everything's kind of dead and shit. Yeah. Especially at night. Silent Hill's creepy though, like super creepy. Scared the shit out of me, those little things that would walk out of the darkness and stuff. Ugh. Or out of the fog.
missing, Mother.
So did you find out what happened to the courier?
Some raiders set up camp near Parsons and ambushed him. I took care of them.
I don't like raiders operating so close to Parsons. I hope this isn't the start of something serious. What about the serum he was carrying? Did you get any of it back?
There was only this one vial left.
Oh, good. I was afraid we wouldn't get any of it back. Here's your pay for the job. I'm throwing in a little bonus for bringing back the serum. That was good work. Now, as far as what's next. Oh, hell. I guess it's time you met Wilhelmina. Jack's not gonna be happy about it. Come on.
I insist we send someone to find Imogen. If she wanted us to know where she went, she would have told someone.
Why is he walking so slow?
Jack, I'll take care of it. Mrs. Cabot, don't worry.
Except for this house is like really nice.
Thank you. I can always count on you. Why can't you be as devoted as the others?
You shouldn't indulge her, Edward. It just makes it more impossible to deal with next time.
Just doing my job. Speaking of which, here's all we got back of the last delivery from Parsons. Raiders got the rest of it, I'm sorry to say.
Ah, good. Finally. This will help settle Mother down.
Imogen is Jack's sister. You probably figured that out yourself. She's, a little flighty. Impulsive. From time
Smoking
to
some
time,
Durban
she runs
poison.
off, usually with a new boyfriend. Then I send somebody to bring her home.
No problem. I'll bring her back.
The trouble usually isn't finding her. It's persuading her to come home. I don't know where she's gone, but I can give you a place to start. She's been spending a lot of time in Good Neighbor. That's a jazz club there, the third rail. Somebody there must know something. She's not known for keeping her mouth shut.
I know the third rail. I'll ask around there.
Yep, I've been everywhere. Oops. Quiet as a key.
I can't believe how callous about this is.
Oh, nice. I got some cherry oil. Oh, what's cherry oil? That sounds delicious, dude. That sounds like I can almost like taste that in my mouth when you say that. Cherry oil. Data. Oh yeah, Good Neighbor. What? Just Good Neighbor. Daisy discounts. Ask her on the third rail. It's like BHO or honey oil, but it's actually a bit better. Nice.
Charlie serves the drinks.
That's awesome.
Ideal.
Do you just get that from a place around you, or do you order that online, or what'd you do? Where'd you get that?
Yeah? Huh?
Yes?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Huh?
My client appreciates the work you did with his rat problem. Now, if you're buying, let's hear what you want.
know Imogen Cabot?
Name rings a bell.
Imogen.
Kind of balmy. Haven't seen her in a while, though. Try Magnolia. She likes to make friends with people. She might know more about this missing bird. Magnolia! Gal, what's a word?
Oh, okay, the dispensary. Nice. They got a nice hookup.
Magnolia.
Hello again. Something I can do for you?
Do you know Imogen Cabot?
Imogen? Sure. I know her. I haven't seen her in a while, though. Were you a friend of hers?
Well, let's think of it. Trying to figure out what to name my wife's car, and her last car is named Jean or something like that. Eugene. So Emma Jean is a good one for the new one.
She's missing, and her family's worried about her.
Well, I'm glad somebody's looking out for her. She seemed like a body that could use looking after.
Please, tell me what you know.
There was this preacher fella who used to come in here all the time. One of the slick ones. Always going on about remaking your life and
I know
so
where
on.
she is.
Most of the customers wouldn't give him the time of day, but Imogen, she latched on to him for some reason. I don't suppose it hurt that he was easy on the eyes. Intense. Some women find that irresistible. Pam, would you come over here a minute?
Who's Ham?
Is there a problem, Miss Magnolia?
No, this lady here was just looking for Imogen. Do you happen to know where that preacher fella came from?
Brother Thomas.
Yes, that's right. The one Imogen was always hanging on.
Had to throw him out. Wouldn't stop bothering customers with that salvation racket. Kept going on and on about joining him at the back bay. Then he'd shove those stupid flyers in your face. Here, I kept one of them, just in case he didn't pay his bar tab.
Well, thanks, honey. You were a big help.
Anything for you, miss.
I hope Imogen's all right. I didn't much like the idea of her going off with that preacher fellow.
Alright, let's go kill him. We've already destroyed this group of people once, but I'm guessing they're back. Because they always come back. Okay. Cleared. Created before the war as general performance enhancers, Excel never get out of the prototype stage, but was widely distributed on the black market. It boasts every special attribute for a limited period of time, but is highly addictive.
Welcome, neighbor. We're always glad to see a new face around here. Step right this way and I'll be happy to tell you all about our movement and how you can be a part of it.
I'm just looking for Imogen Cabot.
Oh, I'm sorry, but Imogen is indisposed right now. She's not seeing visitors.
Oh, British Columbia. Oh, damn. So someone ships it all the way over there? Or from there, I should say, not over there.
I'm not leaving without seeing her.
You can't see her. She, can't come out of her room right now. Not that it's any of your business, but she and I are just having a little relationship trouble. You know how it is. She's not seeing anybody until she cools off.
Oh, so they UPS it to the other side of the country? Holy shit. Well, it sounds worth it, though. If it's that clean and clear and it's cherry oil, it sounds good.
I killed the last guy who was running this scam, in case that matters to you.
Good to know. Let me just unlock the door for you, okay?
Vertebrate, go around. As soon as you open that door, bud, I'm putting one in the back of your head. Yeah, you should be worried. Let's save just in case it doesn't go right.
It's all yours, neighbor.
Good night, Brother Thomas.
You must be Emma Jean.
Don't tell me. Jack sent you.
That's right. I'm here to rescue you.
What makes you think I need to be rescued?
You're Jack's sister? I was expecting someone a bit younger.
You really know how to flatter a lady, don't you? Just to be clear, I'm Jack's younger sister, the baby of the family. Once I get home and get some of Jack's serum, I'll be back to my usual stunning self.
Wow. So, you had to drive across the country in the UPS? Holy shit, dude.
Jack has a serum that reverses aging?
It's more like it halts aging. I started taking it when I was 32, so
Yeah, but
normally that's what I look like.
What's crazy is every
You'll see once I
dispensary
get my
has
treatment.
different shit.
I was well known
know?
as one of the belles of Boston society, back when there was any.
It's never the same wherever you go. It's just never the same. Oh, okay. To the one close to you. Okay, yeah, never mind. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. It's early. I'm high. Oh, man.
Actually, there's only one vial of the serum left. Raiders got the rest.
I'd better get home before Mother convinces Jack that she needs all of it. That he could still be such a mama's boy at his age is ridiculous. I'm so disappointed in Thomas. He seemed so interesting at first.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
But after we came here, he turned out to be just another brute.
Well, that's...
He actually thought he could force me to join his absurd cult.
Let's get out of here.
Oh, I'm not going with you. You can tell Mother I'll be along home before too long. I just need a drink first.
She's a bitch. Take everything from this asshole. Oops, stop. The Silver Shroud Radio. Go to the Cabot house. Anthony, how's it going, man? How's your morning? I am doing good. See, that sounds pretty cool. So you just rode with, and then you'd run it back, grab a package, and just drop it off. See, that sounds pretty cool because it makes more sense that way. Where if they have two people, I mean, it's a lot, obviously more costly for them to do it that way, but it seems like that would be the most efficient way to do it. Is to kind of have, you know, almost. Do you order the trucks in a certain way towards addresses? So that, like, you know, like it's in line for addresses down the line, because then that would be super quick. Because then you could literally just go back, grab a package, run it in, just go back, grab a package. Like you could be snap, snap, snap. I always think two people can do a job faster than just one. It depending if there's room. You know what I mean?
Hear me now, Edward. Damn. The signal is strangely weak.
Oh my
Edward,
God.
switch over to the Hartley modulator. Do you copy?
Gee, now. How's this?
Oh, that's done it. Edward, what's going on there?
We're under attack. They're inside the building.
Inside? Can you keep them out of the basement?
I'm trying, Jack. I've never seen raiders that... For God's sake, Sammy. It's all right there.
Oh yeah, that wedding cake looked good.
Things are a little busy around here right now.
Listen, if they're inside the building, you have to go to the office and shut down the elevator. You can't risk them getting to Lorenzo.
Got it. Office. Elevator. You better round up whoever you can and get...
Hello? Edward? Come in. Edward! Ah, no signal at all. I've lost him.
What's happening, Jack? If these people are inside Parsons, if they free him...
Don't worry, I'll handle it.
I always knew it would end this way. I never should have allowed you to lock up Lorenzo in that place.
That isn't helping, Mother. And as I recall, using the serum was your idea, not mine.
So what are you going to do?
I said I'll handle it. I'm thinking.
What's going on?
That was Edward. He's at Parsons, the old asylum. They're under attack by raiders. It's strange. The guards have held off raiders before without any trouble. I don't know what's gone wrong this time.
How do you do an oil with a dabber? Do you use like a dropper, or do you use like a little spoon? Cause isn't it a bit runny, or is it enough oil, enough viscosity to hold it onto a thing?
I found Emma-Jean. She's fine.
Oh, yes, good.
At least one small comfort on this terrible day.
You'll be wanting to be paid, of course. Edward usually handles these things. Caps is what you use for currency, isn't that right? Here, I hope that's the right amount. Now, we really need to focus on the current emergency.
How can you be so callous about your sister's safety?
I wonder if these could be the same raiders that stole that last shipment.
Butane hash
Some
oil.
of them had used the undiluted serum. It could explain their unusual success against Edward's men.
Oh, okay, so it will stay on.
What exactly does this serum do?
It'll
I suppose
stay
it's
on like
time you knew.
a
The
dabber
main
stick. I don't
benefit
have
of
a
the
dabber
serum is
over
to
here.
halt aging. My family and I are all over 400 years old. But it also confers other side effects, especially in the undiluted form that the raiders stole. It increases strength and
Oh, okay, it's the
resistance
same
to
thing.
all
You dabber
kinds of
to it.
physical damage. So at least some of these raiders may be much more dangerous than the ones you're used to dealing with.
I think it's time you told me what's really going on at Parsons.
You're right.
Jack, are you sure it's wise telling her all this?
He became dangerously unstable after handling an artifact he found on an
Alien
archaeological dig
artifact.
in Arabia. In the end, I had no choice but to confine him. For his own safety, as well as ours.
Oh, it's
In the course of my attempts to cure him, I discovered that the artifact had... So the
It's
source
part of my
his
suit
insanity
I'm in?
is also the basis of the treatments that
Here, I'll
have
show
prolonged
you.
all our lives. But if he were to escape from Parsons, I would lose my
Yeah.
We better get to...
Exactly. Before we go, I need you to... When we get to Parsons, you need to do exactly...
Got it.
Got it.
Good. Make sure you...
Sure.
Quit talking. My God, old man.
Try not to...
So,
I will father at least as much as you.
it's a...
You know as well
like
as
a
I
mod in my
get
suit.
free.
Like, you can put
Only be one option.
mods
Don't
in
let
your
him do that, please.
I'll do my
suit.
best. And the
Power
village
armor
is
suit, that's what I'm
finally
trying to say.
home. For God's sake, don't let her leave.
So, it's like my heads-up display
now,
in my
I really
suit.
do have to go.
See, they're gone.
I don't need anything right now, thank you.
It's like a visor thing in my power armor. It shows any living life form. So like in the dark, I can see if there's enemies around and stuff. I just tried it out. You can try a bunch of different shit. I also have the Tesla coil on, which makes it so any enemies near me just constantly take electrical damage, just like emitting from my armor. Alright. Let's save this. Smoke. Here we go. Bot day 1, played 30 minutes. You said you re-downloaded it though. You said you were downloading it, that 4K package too, you know? I thought you said it looked really good. It's fun, man. I already have 31 hours in it. 31 hours, right? Yeah. No, way more than 31. 24 plus 24. I was thinking of 12-hour days. 24-hour. What am I doing? Yeah, nice. Yeah, it looks fantastic. This game looks super good. Can't wait for 76. Because they, you know, they bumped up the graphics for 76. Same engine, pretty much the same game, because it's just the multiplayer of this game. Let's take a look at this bud in the 420 scope. So we're at 60 times zoom on a bud. Oh, that's close. Look at the hairs. Need to have a smaller piece. You need to make it smaller, because you can't move it around with a big piece. Nice, yeah, get the Xbox One. I'm sure you could find a used one out there for way cheaper. Look at that little furry hair thing. That's crazy. Let's go to 100 times. Alright, 100 times. That's crazy looking, dude. It's like a river of crystals. It's so weird because it doesn't even, this bud doesn't even look crystally when you look at it. But you zoom in like this and holy shit, man. Look at all those. Need more light right there to bring out the color. Up here's a hair. Look at just one hair, all those things. Shh. Alright, I just like to look through this thing. I put the work in to put it together, god damn it, I'm gonna look through it. So yeah, that was just that little tiny bud right there. Well, the heads are broke off because I had to tear it apart to get that small of a piece. But I'm sure it wouldn't be, like, if I could look at the center of this bud, you know, they'd all be intact. But handling it, crushing them. I am on Discord. But I don't join calls because I just don't have time for it. Like, if I'm doing this, I'm streaming, and if I'm out of this, I'm taking care of my kid, you know? I can't be on a headset while running around. She demands so much attention, dude. Right now, her favorite thing is for me to go into the bedroom and put her on our bed, and she grabs a pillow, and she hits me with the pillow, and then I have to act dead. She picks up my head, and then picks up my eyelid to see if I'm alive, and then I scare her, and she giggles, and then I throw the pillow in her face, and the cycle goes over and over and over again. She could do that shit for hours. It's crazy, dude. Little kids are nuts. Just hilarious. But I gotta go get her. I gotta start our play day. So, join me next time. Probably this afternoon. I'm gonna be playing something. Not sure what yet. Just not sure what yet. But anyway, thanks for sticking around, Anthony and Sativa. Patrick, right? Isn't that your name, Patrick? Am I right? Pat? Is that what you call Pat? I could be wrong on that. But I thought,
It's summertime, and Fuzzy's Taco Shop wants to take you on
Fuzzy's Tacos.
Road trip your taste buds with a mouth-watering bite from Fuzzy's summertime menu, like the new season.
I saw like a. Okay, yeah. Your other Twitter or Instagram or something like that. I followed. Okay. There we go. So I'll try to remember to call you Pat if that's all right. Unless you'd rather hear Sativa. You know, I don't care if I'm called Greens or Eric. You know, I don't give a shit. But anywho, you dudes have a good one. And if you stream, I'll join it. If I get the fucking message in the right amount of time, you know? Sometimes I get them, like, hours late, you know? Like masses, sometimes it's way too late and I can't join it because it's over. I don't get that. Fucking YouTube. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Anyway. Okay. Works for me, man. You have a good one, dude. Don't forget to stay high.